I'm going to show you how you can make your first $1 million as a videographer. And most videographers think making $1 million is impossible because they are stuck making $5,000 to $15,000 a month. But all it takes is you increasing your income to multiple six figures just for a few years, which is done by having one scalable business model that turns you from a freelancer into an actual business owner that gets paid up front. In the next 15 minutes or so, I'm going to break down the no BS roadmap you can use to make your first $1 million. So you can actually build a videography empire instead of just trading your time for money. But before diving into the 3 stages you need to implement in order to scale to $1 million a year, I need to talk about what's keeping you stuck right now today, right? So this mindset belief and mindset shift that you need to make that is keeping you stuck is that retainers are going to get you to $1 million a year or some crazy number that you're hoping for, whether it's 50K a month or 100K a month, whatever it is. Retainers are not going to do that, right? It's impossible to service that many clients personally. And when you try to delegate the videography aspect, you are scared to delegate it because no one does it as good as you. And so it's a race to the bottom because you're competing with price on everyone else. And it's brutal, right? You're offering all these people packages and they are just like, oh, I'm talking to this guy, I'm talking to this guy, right? And it's a race to the bottom because it gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper because content alone does not give predictable results. Secondly, you need to understand that content packages, you would need to sell at least 500 clients or have them reoccur at $2,000 each in order to make $1 million. Right? The math doesn't work. You're playing the wrong game. We want less clients, but higher paying clients that actually value you and value your creativity and value your service, right? Less clients, more money. And so that's why we have the hybrid method where we combine content and local ads to get your clients an ROI. And guys, what I'm about to break down here might blow your mind as a videographer, right? So here's the thing. We sell a high ticket offer to these service businesses, to these local service businesses like contractors, HVAC businesses, roofing businesses. And the reason we sell these businesses is because they really need a strategy to grow. They really need a strategy to get real results in their city. And so here's the thing. We only need to sell 75 clients a year at 8 to 10K up front, and then we upsell them on the back end. And so the beautiful thing about this is it's easy to have clients keep renewing with you when you can sell an offer that shows an ROI. And here's the thing, you need systems that work without you. You need to dominate your actual local market, and you need a business that runs itself on autopilot. And that's what we're gonna break down in this video for you guys, right? And here's the thing, you also want a business model that allows you to travel and enjoy your life. You're not building a business just to be a slave to your business. You're not building a business just to edit and sit up all night and be like, bro, I'm exhausted. That's not why you build a business. You build a business around your life, not the other way around. And so I'm going to give you guys the 3 stages in order to actually do this. But here's the thing. I want to give you guys an example. My client, Raheem, right? He's out there traveling every single month, right? He went from Portugal to Egypt to he's somewhere crazy every month. And he just DM'd me. He's like, dude, this last week I closed 10.5K. He's like, I appreciate you. All from your strategy, right? Ask yourself, does your business model allow you to travel? Does your business model allow you to actually not just travel for work, travel for pleasure and actually make money while you're there? If not, then you need to watch this video because we're about to break down exactly what you need to do. And so that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about building a business that allows you to have freedom, right? A business where you are the actual CEO and not just some freelancer. And so let's dive into this, right? And guys, if you want us to do this for you, and if you want us to bring you 30K a month guaranteed, then click the book a call button down below because guys, we've scaled 175 plus videographers to record months, right? We have such an amazing community, but let's get back into this video. So first things first, phase 1, you have to understand that you got to stop selling content. You need to start selling results because these businesses that are willing to pay you a lot of money, they look at content as work, right? You're like 20 videos a month, 30 videos a month. That's what you're offering. And you think the more content you sell, the more money you make, but they're looking at it as work. Businesses see more content as more work. You need to be able to show them an actual ROI without them spending a lot of time making content. And right now, the truth is you are just a commodity selling the same content packages as everyone else in your city, which is a race to the bottom. That's why when you propose 2, 3, 4, 5K a month, they're like, no, dude. Or they say, send me an email and they never get back to you. I know you felt that one, right? And so what we do instead is we target local service businesses with $8,000 to $10,000 offers. And there are thousands of service businesses in your city. Anywhere you are, There's thousands of service businesses. An example is HVAC, roofers, pool installation companies, contractors, mobile detailers, med spas. All of these businesses, they are relying on outdated strategies to grow their business. And so if you could be the one to show them how to dominate on Instagram, dude, they're willing to pay you whatever you want. And so here's the thing. We target local businesses. So first things first, you want to go after the right industry, local service businesses, because they are relying on their marketing strategies, guys, are like 20 years behind. Stop going after coaches and music artists and all these like realtors and broke people, right? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Go after the people that make money and need your service. Right? Secondly, you need to sell them a proven offer. Content alone is not going to get them real results. We both know that. Even if they go viral, that doesn't mean the results and the leads are going to be local. We want to combine content with local ads equals predictable lead generation for these service businesses. And here's the thing. You need to master one city before expanding. Example, I have a client who scaled to 200K a month. His name's Luke, and he's in St. George. And he did this in St. George, which is crazy because he went to 200K a month just like I want to prove to you the size doesn't matter, right? In this situation, right? He's in this city, and that's like a Hicksville city, like barely any people, and he scaled like crazy, past $100,000 plus a month, and then he scaled nationwide, which is crazy. But we have a proven strategy to get you the same results as well. That's what I wanted to show you. He's in the smallest city ever, and if he could take over that city, then you could take over your city. But you got to make sure you're helping the right type of industry with the right type of offer. Let's talk about phase 2. Phase 1 was like the entry level, right? You got to change up your offer. You got to start understanding that you got to start branding yourself as the local expert on ads. And guys, they're not that complex. I know you probably are terrified of ads. When we teach our clients to implement it like that, right? Within 1 month, they are closing deals left and right and running their own ads within 7 days, right? And getting leads, 20 to 40 inbound leads every single day. But now that you have an offer that's dialed in and you're actually getting people predictable results and your clients actually love you now, and you're not stressed about where your next client is coming from, and you're charging high ticket, which is finally making you the money that you deserve, right? You're finally making the money that you deserve. You gotta start systemizing things. Let me break down what you need to systemize, right? You gotta also realize you can't do everything. As a CEO, you cannot do everything in your business, right? You need to do the things that move the needle forward. One of my biggest lessons I've learned from my mentor, Dan Martell, is 80% done by someone else is 100% awesome. And so you got to start thinking like that, because it's very hard to relinquish control at first. When you're first starting to delegate and systemize and get out of certain processes like DMs or posting content or editing or other things like that, or the actual videography aspect of things, it might be terrifying at first. 80% done by someone else is 100% awesome. Remember that. And the crazy part is you could delegate things for a lot cheaper than you think. And the truth is, it's not as expensive as you think in order to delegate things that will move the needle forward. For instance, you could delegate to a virtual assistant for $200 a month, right? All of your appointment setting can be delegated for $200 a month. That could save you 30 hours a week. You can build up a team of videographers and editors. You can create SOPs, standard operating procedures, in order to mimic the tasks that you've done. So if you have a daily checklist of things, you can go and create this process and hand it off to someone else, right? That's how you start thinking like a CEO instead of being a freelancer. You got to use buy now, pay later to close more deals. 70+% of my sales and my client sales come from using buy now, pay later. And I'll dive into this in a second. And you can focus on your ROAS, your return on ad spend. So every $1,000 you spend, you close $8,000 to $10,000 in deals back. That's what the CEO should be focused on. So for example, literally you could delegate all of your DM setting for $200 a month to a virtual assistant. I teach all my clients, and I literally force my clients to do this. We have a whole framework of how to hire, delegate, train, all this stuff. Very easy. Most people implement this fast, right? But for instance, one of my clients, Cameron, he just posted this. He's like, I posted this, this was like 2 days ago. I posted yesterday about this, but closed out the weekend with my team of setters booking 13 calls on my calendar for the week to come. Anyone seeing this who does not have a single setter, go get one. If you have the time, it's time to hire a second one. One more thing, it's the last full week of the month, let's get after it. Last full week of the month, right? So or last couple of days of the month, right? And so, dude, imagine starting your week with 13 calls on the calendar, sales calls, right? That's what we teach you how to do. And you shouldn't be doing that. Like while he's spending time with his family, enjoying his life, he's getting calls booked in left and right. That's how to actually scale as a CEO, right? Also, this one might be a little bit harder for you to like relinquish control of, but you got to get out of videography shoots. Like straight up, you got to get out of here, right? And so obviously you don't do it at first, but once you start scaling up with this kind of business model and you're closing $8,000 to $10,000 deals, you're going to start understanding that your time is valued the most at teaching businesses how to do this and not just doing all the videography, right? You can just delegate it for $500 and you keep $7,500, right? That's all like profit for you. And so you're like, dude, I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to run around town like a chicken with his head cut off. And so you start delegating it. Lastly, as a CEO, you also need to build systems around acquisition, right? You need to have a CRM tracking every single inbound lead, every lead. And guess what? That virtual assistant that we just talked about for $200 a month, they are the one tracking the leads into a CRM and they are following up with them. And I give you the follow-up frameworks and all of that, right? And then lastly, you guys got to use Affirm and Klarna, right? So this is phase 2, guys. This will get you to $500,000 a year. We're about to get into phase 3, which will get you to that $1 million part in the roadmap, right? And that's where like the dream is for most videographers. And it's actually possible. More and more videographers are hitting it with this model, right? And so here's the thing. You guys got to start using Affirm and Klarna to close your guys' sales. This way, when you guys present a business owner, you can collect more cash up front and they could pay $0 down, right? Imagine this. When we sell our program, we're like, hey, whatever. We break it down to a client. They absolutely love it. And then we see if they qualify for $0 down for the first month. And then we help them get results first month, right? We help them get closed $15,000, $20,000 in sales, but they paid $0 the first time to get in, which is crazy. That's the same way you can close deals in your city, right? You can send a Stripe link and there's Affirm and Klarna and you can enable it there. And essentially you can send them a link and it allows people to sign up for $0 down. Like you can get paid $8,000 to $10,000 up front and they pay $0 down. Imagine how much easier it is to close sales rather than relying on them to pay you $2,000, $3,000 a month. Half the time the payments fail, you're chasing down your money, they don't want to renew, right? And so you need to be utilizing a CRM, tracking your leads, and using Affirm and Klarna in your actual proven sales process. That is the second thing that will help you scale up to $500K a year, right? We're about to get into stage number 3 or phase number 3. So you need to start, this is called market domination. This is from when you scale from $500K to $1 million. And I will give you guys the realistic time frame of all of these phases as well right after this. But you guys also need to understand that if you actually want to take over, you need to dominate your entire market. You need to own that local market. Like guys, when you become a local authority and you're the best known business in town, because let's be real, better known beats best. There might be a marketer that's better than you, a videographer that's better than you, who's been doing it for longer, someone that's better at sales. But if they're not better known, it's irrelevant. It's the same strategy we tell our clients and teach our clients. Like when you guys go sell a HVAC business or contractor, you're like, dude, you might be better than them. Your other competition who's been around for 15 years, you've been around for 5. But if you're better known, who's going to get more jobs? The guy that's better known. And so at this stage, you're scaling up your ad spend to about $10,000 a month. You make about $70,000 to $100,000 back, which is 7 to 10x ROAS, which is incredible, right? And so it's absolutely crazy, guys. This is the best way to take over your market without you losing your freaking mind. Because if you were to do this, $1 million, $500, whatever, $500K, whatever it is, with just content shoots, you lose your mind. You'd be driving around town every day. You'd be getting hit with texts like, where's my freaking edit? Fix this revision, do this. And you're gonna be like, dude, I hate my life, all right? I've been there. This is the better way. This is your way out of that MRR model where people churn and don't get results and aren't happy and you're always chasing clients, right? Again, sales become easier because these people see your ads every single time they open their phone, right? Like imagine this, guys, imagine this. You run a local ad, it's in like a 20-mile radius depending on the city type, and every time I look at it and your face pops up, who am I gonna work with? Who are these service businesses gonna work with, right? They have money for marketing, guys. Who do you think they're gonna work with? The guy that they see every single day. You need to be running local ads in your city if you actually want to dominate. And you can start with a small budget. All of our clients start with $25 to $30 a day, close their first deal within 7 to 10 days, and then ramp it up slowly, right? It's not like a start at $5K a month ad spend. That'd be insane. Again, sales become easier because you're nurturing these leads every single day. And when clients come to you, it's a whole lot easier to close a sale. Way easier to close a sale. Your clients actually love you here. Like they're willing to meet up with you. They want to they tell everyone about you. And because you actually got them real results. You help them make sales, real sales. And guess what? Now we upsell them, right? That's how you can actually grow your business. You upsell clients backed by KPIs. That's what I teach my clients. We back up the numbers. We're like, Bobby, right? You spent $2,000 for your contracting business and you made $37,000 in your city, in jobs, right? You paid me 8K, whatever it is. So you spent 10K in order to make 37K. Imagine what we can do over the next 6 months. We're going to do this, right? And guys, this works so well that I'm going to, by the time this video gets published, you're going to see a client interview with Reyes. You need to watch that. So by the time this is published, yeah, it'll be there. But like Reyes, he closed $40,000 in deals in the last 9 days of this month, June. And June 9th, he messaged me this. Thanks, Boris. Closed $40,000 collected, not contracted. It's easy to contract money. We want money in the bank collected, right? That's what happens. That's what happens when it's market domination. When you're taking over the city, everyone starts recognizing you. You are the best. Your competition can't keep up with you because you're the best in your city. Everyone else is a copycat compared to you because you're the first one to implement local ads in your city. And so here's the thing. No matter where you're located, you can absolutely take over in your city. And there's 3 different city types. I call it Hicksville, Mid-City Range, and LA vibes. And so Hicksville is something like St. George, like I showed you. Luke's doing 200K a month out there. He collected 200K in a month out there and then expanded to nationwide. Reyes hit $75,000 this month, and the month's not even over, and he's in San Antonio. Trevor, $30,000 collected in his first month. He's in Los Angeles. And so service businesses everywhere need your help. They need your help. And local ads work in any market no matter where you are. You got to understand that. And here's the thing you also got to understand if you want to scale up. You can only do so much. You should only be working on the activities that move the needle forward every single day as a CEO. The truth is you need dialed in systems to grow that are repeatable. Like if you go on a vacation, you should still be getting sales. You should still be getting calls booked. You should still be making money. It should not be I come back and I have to deal with 1,000 different things. That's not how you actually grow a business. If you like that, then bro, you should probably stop watching my videos. But if you're actually trying to build a business that allows you to have freedom and enjoy your life, then man, this is the right place to be at, right? This is the right offer for you as well. And so the truth is you need dialed in systems to grow. You need 20 to 40 plus dialed in actual avatar leads coming in every single day. 20 to 40, automated setting process using virtual assistants in the Philippines. You pay them $200 a month. You need a standardized sales presentation. This is what we hand off our clients. We teach them how to sell using Affirm and Klarna, which makes you a ton of money. You need to have a team, a little team, right? A little team because you could still make like 75 to 80% profit having a videographer, a video editor, and a setter, right? And this allows you to build up a team and actually scale up, but you should not be editing your videos. I'll be very honest with you guys. Your clients don't care about your edits. They don't care who edits, you or your editor. They don't care. They can't tell a difference. Just delegate editing. Dude, no one cares. Again, financial systems, Stripe, buy now, pay later. You need to start collecting pay in fulls left and right and making it as easy as possible to collect cash as humanly possible. And so the mindset shift you need to make in order to scale. Right? I always say these videos are like 15 minutes, but I like to give you guys real value and I get like passionate about this. So they go a little longer, right? It is what it is, right? So mindset shift you need in order to scale. You need to stop being just a videographer and you need to become a business owner. You need to stop selling your time and start selling systems. It's something you can actually implement into local businesses that makes them money. Stop competing on price and start owning your market. And then once you own your market, you can expand, right? Stop hoping for referrals every day and start controlling your lead flow. Like, dude, it's depressing not knowing where your next sale's coming from. That's rough. That's very hard to grow. Stop working in your business, editing, doing all the BS work that you think is moving the needle forward, which it's not, right? And start working on the business, right? And the goal is to build a business that you enjoy your life, right? I'm about to go to the beach right after this. All my clients travel a lot. Like I showed you Raheem. Like I want to show you guys how to build a business where you can travel and do fun things with your spouse or yourself and actually enjoy your life. And oftentimes, guys, you got to realize we imprison ourselves in our own business. We're like running in this hamster wheel. We wake up, work, wake up, work. And we're like, one day, everything's going to click. No, it's not. Business growth does not matter how long you've been doing something. It matters the changes you make to get to where you want to grow. Like the longer you sell content packages does not mean the more money you make. What are you doing to actually show businesses on how to get a return? That's what's going to help you get out of this hamster wheel and actually look down from above and be like, how can I position myself to take over my city? How can I become the man in my city or the woman or whoever's watching this? I don't know, right? And here's a realistic time frame, guys. 1 to 6 months, you can get to 30K a month easy. Majority of my clients get to 30K a month easily in 1 to 6 months, in about 4 to 6 months, right? 30K a month very consistently. That's only like 4 sales. Very simple. I have dozens of people you can hit up, all my clients, right? 7 to 12 months, when you start implementing team, systemizing the business, you can hit 75K a month, right? Within 7, 8, 9 months, you can hit $75,000 a month. Some clients will do it faster. Ray has hit it in 5 months. The interview is going to be on YouTube by the time you see this. And then 12 to 24 months, you scale ads, dominate your market, and you're making $100,000 plus, right? So ask yourself, how long have you been selling just content, your content offer, right? Has it been a year? Has it been 2 years? Has it been whatever, right? By that time, you should have been doing these kind of numbers. If your offer was actually good and would actually allow you to get to the next level, you would be doing these kind of numbers. But the problem is it doesn't let you do that. You're stuck, right? So all while working less hours, using this actual offer, you guys can work less hours, make more money, and actually feel good about what you do because you got your clients' results and they love working with you, right? And the more clients I talk to you, man, the more like I realize you guys have amazing intentions. You want to help people grow. You truly want to serve people. But the problem is you don't know how. You don't know how to get more clients and you don't know how to teach them ads, right? That's what we help you solve. And so now that you understand the $1 million roadmap, you need to nail the foundation that gets you to $50,000 a month consistently, right? Consistently. And here's the thing. There's a specific offer and strategy that every single one of my $1 million clients started with. And it's the same system to help Reyes go from 0 to 75K a month in just 5 months, right? So check out this video on this page right now where I break down the fastest path to $50,000 a month as a videographer, so you can build the foundation that makes 7-figure growth inevitable, right? Your first $1 million is inevitable if you have an offer that actually helps people get an ROI, right? Thanks for watching this video. Have an amazing day. Let's go.